Hello, everyone. I'm Yuga. Welcome to my interview show, Bridging Stars. Today, we have a wonderful guest, Godwin Chan. He is the Deputy Mayor of Richmond Hill City. Let's welcome him.
Well, really nice meeting you, Yoga. And my name is Godwin Chan. As you just introduced me, I'm now currently Deputy Mayor of the city of Richmond Hill. And it's good that you see our coat of arms here. Actually, with the lion, is supposed to represent, I guess, Duke of Richmond. That's why Richmond got the name. So I'm happy to chat with you. Anything that you'd like to ask, I'm ready.
So, Godwin, you have been volunteering in different community areas such as education, public health, and policing. What has been the best part of your community involvement?
Interesting you talk about community work, Yoga, and I believe that it all comes down to, I always believe in, if you live in a community, you have to get engaged. Because otherwise, I always really honestly feel that everybody just either go out to work, to school like you, and then in the evening just come home, and then they lock the door and do the routine again in the morning. It's not much different than staying in a hotel. And so for community, we really have to have community spirit. Well, first of all, get to know your neighbor, right? A community with is vibrant, engaged, you get people will be doing things together for the benefit, whether it's to improve security, safety for policing, education, meaning that to enhance the learning environment of students like yourself and others, as well as back 2002, that was 22 years ago, that myself and the former, at the time, regional councillor, the late mayor, and other people, I'm just giving an example that because we are concerned about some of the vehicles driving in the neighborhood. For example, it's still happening today. Unfortunately, people don't stop at stop sign or speeding, what have you. So road safety is a big concern, not only in the community. I live in Richmond Hill, but many other places, actually all over, I gather, the country. So at the end of the day, some of us actually link up with people I mentioned. We approach the police and work together, and we form what we call the Road Watch program in Richmond Hill. So every time you drive around in Richmond Hill, I believe now, because it's York Regional Police are very much into it, it's all over York Region. You might see on the road there is a sign with a big eye on the top, overlooking a street, and that is the Road Watch program. And as I mentioned, that I get engaged in different areas of the community volunteer work, because I honestly believe that community engagement, community spirit is really makes a difference, because otherwise it doesn't really matter whether you live in this part of the city, this part of the Greater Toronto area. If you don't know your neighbor, you don't know your community. I hope I answered your question.
So, as the Deputy Mayor of Richmond Hill, what are your main goals for Richmond Hill in the next few years?
I have been serving on the Richmond Hill Council in 2024 now for 18 years. And I find it hard to believe too. Now I'm the longest serving member on council. Now, having said that, which meaning I've seen quite a bit of changes in Richmond Hill in 18 years, not only in terms of the population, certainly we have much higher number, as well as the whole city development. Richmond Hill actually is a very strategic location in terms of transportation. So for the next few years, I honestly want to see, and the provincial government actually have made some promises and working on it, to help with the population growth and the other transit infrastructure along Yonge Street corridor, to have the Yonge Street subway finally coming to high-tech station, which is a bit north of Highway 7, Leah Young. Hopefully it will be here in 5 to 6 years. But that would be a driving force. A lot of things for the future, for the next few years in Richmond Hill, because you have to plan for the expected influx of, I would say, in some people's minds, massive. It is massive. It would be, we're talking about not only 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 new people moving into Richmond Hill, because by ease of the public transit, as well as I mentioned earlier on, the central location, investment have to make not just from Richmond Hill, but York region, from Ontario as well, to have the infrastructure, because we need the support. Hopefully one day we could, we're talking about not much traffic congestion, but I honestly think that we just have to get used to it. The question is, how do we manage it? Can we do a better job in terms of, with technology these days, managing the traffic flow, but it's not going to go away. I honestly think that we have to be realistic about it. And with the transit coming up, with the other expansion of infrastructure to help support it. And I think that would make a difference to make Richmond Hill more economically vibrant. I am a strong believer. A strong local economy actually provide all the resources to support a really strong community in which you and I live in, right? And for people to do business and create local jobs, and in turn, get the economy going. And that's how you enhance quality of life, in my mind, because you do have the resources to support all these other social, human, recreational programs that you and I enjoy, or go to community centers, swimming pools, libraries, things of that nature. So in the next few years, I honestly see Richmond Hill and myself and my colleagues can embark on a more thoughtful, manageable plan or framework for the future that is going to be much expanded city of Richmond Hill in terms of population, in terms of the public transit, in terms of all kinds of infrastructure. I honestly want to have internally, when we serve our residents, our businesses, the city of Richmond Hill would really have that service-oriented culture. In fact, I move for a motion to have the city look at developing what I call service charter. I understand the staff working hard to bring it back sometime. That's something I honestly want to see, a transformation, modernization of the organization. A number of us, we always think that we pay too much taxes. True. I pay it too. But Richmond Hill, I have to say, we have a very strong financial base. Richmond is not in debt. I would like to have our property tax rate lower. Also, I gather we're looking at the changing population, diversity. And perhaps that gives me a chance to share with you as a last word, so to speak. I'm very proud. Richmond Hill is probably, even up to now, perhaps the only municipality in York region that we offer what we call a linguistic service on phone line. With somebody who's not as proficient or comfortable with English, if they come in, as long as you say the word, whether it's Korean English or Chinese, Portuguese, what have you, our staff would be able to, through the telephone, connect with someone who speaks your native tongue. So there will be three-way communication. So I'm very proud of that, and I just hope more people become aware of that and use it.